looks like he is moving, nodding along as we see many sentries do. And we're about to get into it. Yep, loading into the referee now.
Chat, go ahead and punch in those predictions before the round starts. Who will take it? UMN, University of Minnesota, or Queen's University?
Yep, show your support for the teams that you're rooting for as we get into this bottom bracket match in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring on the bots.
Both teams rolling out very quickly. Queen's University, the first one to get both of their robots out, now rushing towards the center. Minnesota being very slow here.
Yeah, Minnesota blocking off the maze with their sentry. That is an avenue for their rollouts that's completely blocked off, popping off some volleys. Oh, Hero and Standards both engaging one another. Looks like Queens is high-centered, but Hero gets killed first. UMN taken out.
And a double kill for the Queen's Hero. Wow, that Hero is very accurate.
Yeah, both robots overheating for Queens. Queens Standard almost got high-centered there on the high ground, but still managed to secure the kill in Minnesota, avoiding a kill themselves. Sentry now for Minnesota, taking on the Hero for Queens. Queens not able to put rounds on that Sentry. Real problem for Queens.
Needs to get back, needs to get back.
Good retreat. Oh, but a good snipe from Minnesota, securing the kill. On Queen's Hero.
The Hero for Queens, giving that overpower for that kill. Now running back all three robots for Minnesota on that center point, holding it, contesting it. Queens now trying to go back. Their infantry using that island right there at the bottom, that barricade.
Ooh,
but it goes down.
They couldn't really retreat there because they had gone out there. Both the Standard and the Sentry would have line of sight. And even that Hero, we've seen some long-range shots recently from that Hero. They couldn't retreat.
Yeah, but here comes the Hero for Queens, getting that double kill early on, landing the shot on the Sentry for Northstar. Trying to do another one, misses just barely, going for another long-range shot. Oh, it only counts as a 17mm.
Some seriously long-range accuracy from Queens, and Queens Standard now playing around that cover, being very smart about it, not pushing without their Hero. Both of them pushing at the same time now. Really good coordination for Queens.
Here it comes again.
Queens going against Standard. They have to take it down. Hero taking some serious shots for Queens. UMN pushing that Hero back to the reload zone, and they get the kill right before it gets to the healing zone.
Unfortunate for Queens. They needed that Hero to get back and heal up. Now the infantry trying to push off the infantry for University of Minnesota.
But they don't pressure it because that Sentry from Minnesota not letting them gain any ground. Tries to get over into the rough terrain behind that bunker, but can't quite. Their mechanism drive looked like struggling a little bit.
Oh no! The Hero and the Sentry once again entangled for Minnesota.
What did we say about this? This is completely inappropriate, but still managing to put rounds on target despite doing a little jig, doing a little dance. That overpowering both chassis as they're entangled and fighting one another. This could be really bad for Minnesota if Queens can capitalize, but still being pushed back behind the bunker, the Standard, and behind the reload zone, the Hero. Queens on the retreat, but overpower for Hero in a really bad spot. The Sentry can get a line on it, but the Standard does too. It's gone. That was a horrible place to lose power there.
And this is so interesting. The Hero working in tandem now with the Sentry.
Are all three?
All three robots
entangled? What are we doing?
This is
all
the
three robots. Hero's down. Give us another one. Rotate around.
What is this? For Northstar, but it doesn't matter.
To secure the. This is outrageous. Outrageous win for Minnesota. There is all three robots entangled on the point. Queens loses this first round against Northstar Minnesota.
Oh, that has to be so...
What in the world did we just watch?
That has to be so heartbreaking for Queens. They were so close. Everything was going right for them. They were able to get a double kill early on with their Hero. It was very accurate, landing long-range shots, dealing out the damage, and then the Hero for Minnesota and its Sentry became entangled. We thought that was going to be a problem, but Minnesota was doing a very good job still suppressing Queens with their infantry until finally the infantry became entangled.
Yeah, the Minnesota Rat King just winning this match for Minnesota despite their entanglement. I have to wonder if that's what that duct tape was for on the Hero earlier, maybe making it a little stickier. Maybe this is the play, using each other as body armor. I don't know, but regardless, it worked.
It worked, and the Hero for Minnesota, the MVP, round MVP there, very well deserved. 450% efficiency.
You know, if I can
incredible.
Get 18 hits out of 4 shots, I'd be impressed too. You know, we saw some really long-range shots from this Hero this run, from both Heroes actually, but those registers, we got a highlight here.
Right here. You saw it, that overpower from the Queen's Hero.
Pincering that Hero.
Moment.
Yeah, pincering that Hero. And then immediately after that, we could see the Standard tempting the thruple here, and they get entangled, all three of them, in a nice little dance. You know, just a victory dance, knowing that they already have what they need to win the match. But still, they get a kill on Hero right at the last second. What a weird ending to this match.
I will tell you, I have never seen anything like this in all my years of this competition.
It definitely startled Queens. I'm not sure that Queens Standard knew what to do with what they were seeing. They looked like stunned. They weren't taking the point because they were fixated. They were like a deer in headlights, like, what is this? I've never seen this before.
Well, it is good to see that all three robots for UMM are separated.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Hopefully the Queens robots one day might find the kind of love that the Minnesota robots have, but for now, they are going to separate from one another and lock in to win this second round against Queens, hopefully. Some really good accuracy from Minnesota Sentry. That thing is a menace. Queens is in trouble without their Sentry if they can't take one of the shooter platforms off that point early. They don't have the health, they don't have the damage to go against Minnesota head on.
Yeah, we saw from the hero, that blue hero on Queen's side was able to be very accurate and at range. Unfortunately, not able to secure the kills, I think, necessary to pressure Minnesota off of that point.
Especially, there was, at one point you mentioned he got 2 really good long-range shots, but only one of those hero shots from Queens registered as a full hero shot. If that second one had, they would have secured a kill on that point while both Queens robots were at good health, and they could have secured a fight there, but not quite able to. So muzzle velocity, super important for heroes especially.
And a reminder, this is the elimination round. This is the loser's bracket. So lose and go home, win and your dream stays alive. University of Minnesota wanting to continue playing for Queens. Their backs are up against the wall. They need to take this second round if they want another shot.
I wonder if it could be a worthwhile tactic for Queens to try and group together Minnesota's robots to get them pressed up against each other. We've seen what happens when those two get their hands on one another. Maybe that might be the play. They stop spinning. You know, that makes him an easier target, especially for that hero. It can land shots better. It might be the play for Queens to get those robots bunched up on the point. But here we go. Getting into the second round in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring on the bots.
Queens University very quick out of the gate, once again being the first to approach the point, taking early control of the middle.
Standard for Minnesota, no ammo? Are we going to fix that? And again, the Sentry not really... Oh, he's focusing on the Sentry. I see, trying to get the Sentry rolled out early. It looks like he's having some trouble in the maze. That hero is alone against Queens. Queens putting lots of rounds downrange there. I think that was 3 hero shots.
Yeah,
wow,
overheating that barrel.
Yeah, and very, very high cooldown on that hero barrel. But Minnesota now getting their standard up in front of both Queens bots. That Sentry not providing support yet.
Landing a hero shot, and the infantry for Minnesota goes down.
Yeah, Minnesota now only has a hero, and that hero's tempting a retreat here. Looks like he's probably going to go for it after some heavy volleys from that standard.
Ooh, almost got entangled there once again with the infantry.
Yeah, I think that could be a worthwhile tactic that we see.
Let's see here. Now for Queens, the hero going back to its resupply zone to heal up. The infantry for Minnesota out of ammunition. The hero with only 4 shots compared to, it's going to be a hero on a hero battle.
Infantry for Queens out of ammunition as they go back to reload.
The infantry up top there on that high ground though.
Yep. Minnesota infantry putting some rounds from that high ground on that hero that's alone. Hero gets a shot on Minnesota hero, but he gets another, but it only registers as 20. The standard now. Oh, but it doesn't matter. The hero is low for Queens.
And
Queens gets stuck in the barrier. Oh, he's high-centered, Queens. Oh, what a tragic out fight for Queens there.
And the Sentry for Minnesota now in the center of the map, dealing out damage with that very accurate computer vision right there. You can see it poking out the hero as it tries to retreat behind the barrier to its resupply zone. Now turning its attention to the infantry for Queens, trying to escape, needs to escape before that invincibility runs out. He will get away.
Yeah, that's what that little yellow shield above the robot is. That is the invincibility period for respawning, very common in video games, to permit a respawn. And now we get into another fight. That hero's already low with all 3 Minnesota robots focusing fire on Queens hero. Now, looks like Minnesota might have got a shot off on Queens, but it didn't register.
And now the
Sentry or the standard pushing Queens back.
Both of those Queens robots just facing a ton of pressure from the University of Minnesota. Team Northstar doing an excellent job creating the pressure that is forcing Minnesota to stay really on their side of the map.
Oh, Minnesota Hero trying to ambush Queens Hero. Looks like they're getting some crazy shots off.
Infantry for Queens flanking the Hero. The Hero now losing power.
The Hero for Queens loses chassis power and is a sitting duck. That Queens standard can't really do too much. Gets the Hero kill, but what else can you do? You only have so much ammo and you don't have that Hero there to make space.
And Queens really needs to pick up the pressure right here. They're getting dangerously low on those VP. You can see it ticking down, 16, 15. They need to make a move here for the center. Push those robots off of it if they want to.
They don't have enough firepower. They don't have enough firepower. The Hero's back, but it's not in time. If they could push them off the point and just not die, but they're all low health. I don't think they can get this. I think this
pushing
is Minnesota.
The off of the center point.
And
it
it's
will
Minnesota.
Not matter.
Minnesota for the second round against Queens.